Here it comes into view. So the base of that chimney, a good 10 meters across, something like that, and if I remember right, 7 or 8 meters high. You see clumps of tube worms on there. Almost all of the tube worms are the Oasisia tube worms. We may see 1 or 2 riftia, but they're not very common here. You can see that there are some old little tiny flanges that have grown out from this chimney, and a big cluster of tube worms up at the top. And as we get right to the top, we should see some shimmering water coming out, and that is going to be our target to try and sample that shimmering water at the top. From my memory, this looks just almost identical to what I remember seeing it. I saw it first, it was first seen in 2015 by the Mbari cruise geologist. I saw it in 2017 on the Nautilus cruise run by Woods Hole that I happened to be lucky enough to be part of. Saw it in 2018, and here we are in 2021, and it really looks like it hasn't changed much at all. So the tube worms are, again, this Oasisia. I don't see any rifty at the moment. The ones that are in the most flow have got all this white flocculent mat on them of bacteria. I think probably seeing some little palm worms in the close in the vent, but we'll have to zoom in to see that. So very typical of this vent. Everything looks pretty much like I'd expect. So we're going to maneuver the sub around and try and get stable up here where we can make a temperature measurement, and then we're going to try and take 2 water samples, one in what we call the major element, titanium major element samplers, and one in what we call our gas tight samplers. So 2 different bottles. Our goal is to try and find the most focused and high temperature flow. Like I said, the highest temperature we've been able to measure down into the tube worms was something like 87 degrees. So we're going to get a sample that is not particularly hot. We're going to go for the hottest we can, but as you see, there's no like good chimney orifice or roaring black smoker up here. So sampling is a little bit more of a challenge to get a really good sample, but anything we get will be better than what we have now because this has never been sampled before.